Hi parents, this is Dayna. Today I'm going to share on the challenges our child on the spectrum might face in school. It is the dream of many parents with kids on the spectrum to try and integrate their kids into a mainstream school. During the happy day of acceptance to a mainstream school, it is also probably the beginning of another journey. I would categorize the two main challenges a kid on the spectrum would and might face in an integrated mainstream school, and they are academic performances and social skill and acceptance in the school. I have mentioned in my previous video about which one of the above is more important, and I also mentioned about the balancing of both areas of support and interventions. In general, both academic and social gap of a SEN child and mainstream child would widen as they grow and develop and mature. Thus, we always emphasize on early intervention so that the gap would be narrower at an early stage to build a stronger foundation of the SEN child to continue narrowing the learning gap between them and their peers. Deal with their behavior issue and get the kids to learn to sit down and learn. This is a number one on the list to be ticked for me if we want our kid to learn. For academic learning, the child should at least have some basic delivery of instructions following and sitting well in class for kindergarten level. Phonics and numeracy knowledge would be a basic to start in junior school. Socially, the child would be able to learn simpleton takings and saying good morning for kindy level, and a reasonable understanding of appropriate play skills and keep personal space and able to handle reasonable processing issues. And these are just very rough examples whereby there's a lot of other routine requirements that the child on the spectrum have to be able to conform to. Acceptance from other children doesn't usually pose a big problem from younger kids. Depending on the dynamics of the community, kids are usually very loving and caring at a young age, and young kids does not really have a very clear or defined concept of differentiation and social norm or social rules as well. That's why the widening of social gap as the kids grow, when awareness of differentiation and social rules becomes clearer for the mainstream kid. Acceptance level might be in connection with bullying as well. This is a very complicated and worrying issue for some parents. It is necessary to actually train our SEN or kids on the spectrum to learn to protect themselves and stay away from peers that might not feel comfortable with special kids around. That's why it would be great if schools can also work out a buddy system for the children to follow some protocol to assist and help SEN child or kids on the spectrum. I try to have a talk with my child after school to learn if he's facing any challenges both socially and academically despite limited conversational skill during his younger days. This practice makes it a habit for him to share what happened in school with me daily, and I try to probe or alert the teacher if I feel there's any concerning issue. A positive mindset leads to a positive future. This is Dayna from daynalim.com. Please kindly subscribe to my channel for the latest video.